Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dan from Big Bucks Trading. In this video, I'm going to be going over my technical analysis on Hbar, along with my targets for this bull run. Also, if you haven't checked out my Twitter, it's Dan Trading. I go over stock plays and crypto updates throughout the week. First thing that I wanted to go over with you guys is my Elliott Wave count on Hbar. I believe that this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is going on to set wave 5. If you take a closer look at primary wave 1, there is 5 intermediate waves upwards, and that is what you see within primary waves. There are 5 waves up in an impulse wave and 3 waves down in a corrective wave. So then for our primary wave 2, there is an ABC at the intermediate degree. Wave 3 is an extended third wave, and that's when within the primary wave there is 5 waves up at the intermediate degree. It's these waves with the parentheses around them. And then within the third intermediate wave there's 5 waves up to the minor degree. So if we take a look back at Hbar, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upwards. And then within intermediate wave 3 there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is at the minor degree. And you might ask why my wave 3 and 4 are up here and not here, and the reason is because there is another 5 waves up to the minute degree within this third minor wave up. And you may think that wave 1 and 4 overlap right here, but they do not. It's very close. So this subdivides as a very nice third extended wave. After the extended third wave came in for Hbar, it took correction as a triangle for wave 4. And this subdivided very nicely. So within a contracting triangle, there's A, B, C, D, E, and then E came short of that AC trend line, but that is very common in these Elliott Wave triangles for wave E to either extend past this AC trend line or come short of it. So this is very normal. After intermediate wave 4 completed, it went on to set another 5 waves up at the minor degree to complete intermediate wave 5 and complete our third primary wave. Now this is where it may start to get a little confusing, but just stick with me here. For primary wave 4, it corrected as a double 3. And a double 3 is when it makes a WXY down, and within W there's a double zigzag, and within Y there's a double zigzag. And wave X can take any correction, but in this example it took correction as a zigzag. So if we take a look at Hbar now, this is what it looks like. There's a WXY structure, and then within wave W there is a WXY as well, and within W there's a zigzag, within X there's a zigzag, and same within wave Y. Wave X took correction as a zigzag as well, just like in the example right over here. And then finally within intermediate wave Y there is a WXY structure. Just like in this example of this double 3, you could see after that Y wave came in, it went on to set the next impulse wave. And that's exactly what Hbar did. After that intermediate wave Y came in and primary wave 4 got wrapped up, it went on to set the next impulse wave, and it took out that previous wave 3 high. Now that this double 3 finished and it did take out the height of this 3 wave, the next question is, where is this final 5th wave going to take us? That's what I'm going to be going over next. I have a few different scenarios I see playing out on the chart for Hbar. The first one is going to be that this is a 1 wave, this is a 2 wave, and it is going on to set wave 3, 4, and 5. Wave 2 retraced a 0.618 Fibonacci level of this whole entire 1 wave, which is a very common retracement level for a wave 2. The next possibility for this wave 5 is that this was intermediate wave 1 down here around 21 cents. Then it went on to set intermediate wave 2. This is intermediate wave 3, and wave 4 corrected as a barrier triangle. And this is basically the same thing as a contracting triangle, except it gives off more of like an ascending triangle look, but it still has the same A, B, C, D, E structure. There's also a possibility that this is a 1 wave, and wave 2 has not finished yet, and it'll set wave 2 around down there and then go on to set wave 3, 4, and 5. And I'm not sure which scenario it will play out, but what I can say is if these different things trigger, then one may be more likely than the other. So if it were to clear all Fibonacci retracement levels, so if it were to clear around 52 cents, I would believe that it is going on to set the next impulse wave and the correction is over right about there. And if it's not over, and this trend line breaks right around here, then I will expect this thing to go a little deeper. We may see around back down to this area at worst case scenario, but I don't really think that is as likely as the bullish scenario playing out. If we draw a trend line from this little minor wave 2 down there to where H bar is right now, you can see how many times it validated this trend line. There is multiple touches on this, so to think that wave 2 isn't over, it would have to break down through this trend line. And I don't really see that as likely since it's been riding it since around July. Now I'm going to go over my target for this primary fifth wave. So the way to see how high a fifth wave can go is you draw a trend line from the end of wave 2 to the end of wave 4 and then draw a parallel up to the top of wave 1 or 3, but in this example you can see it's both at the same exact area. All of these primary waves for H bar have ended at their targeted trend lines. Primary wave 1 ending at that top trend line, 2 at the bottom, 3 at the top, and 4 at the bottom. So I don't think it's a stretch thinking that this primary fifth wave can end at that trend line as well. Depending on how long this primary fifth wave lasts, I think that it could end around 150, which is around that upper trend line. Usually in these crypto markets, these final moves tend to be explosive, and you get this blow off top followed by a very vicious crash into a bear market. Also, that upper trend line is going to be that 4.236 extension, which is also around $1.50. This 4.236 level is a very key level that cryptos seem to top at. This is Ethereum in the 2017 bull run. You can see that a pinpoint hit that 4.236 before going into the bear market. If you also take a look at Dogecoin, and you measured out your fib from the top, this peak right here, to the bottom right there, you can see that it just about hit that. It may have went a tiny bit over, but that was the general area that it topped at before going into a bear market. Also, Siacoin hit that 4.236 extension in the 2017 bull run when measuring the Fibonacci retracement from the high of wave 3 to the bottom of wave 4. That fifth wave went parabolic and hit that top extension. And guess where that top extension was? At that upper trend line, the other measured move for a fifth wave. So I think if we do see another explosive move in H bar, it will take it up to around that 150 area. If you look on the weekly time frame, there is a nice little cup and handle going on. That's when it makes this U-shaped pattern, and then it has this little handle right here. And the way to measure out how high this can go is from the very bottom of the cup up to that resistance level, which is around 230%, and then when it breaks out you do 230% upwards, and you can see where that pinpoint hits, that 4.236 extension and that upper trend line, which are both very key levels that H bar can top at. So that is what I think will happen next for H bar. I want to see this thing break through 52 cents, then it could go past that high of around 59 cents and continue to grind its way up towards $1.50. Now if it does break this trend line right about here, maybe wave 2 is not completed yet and it has to touch that trend line again before going higher. Whether it corrects back down a little farther or it continues to go up higher, I still have that same target. Even if it does have to go down a little bit, I still think it'll reach around $1.50. That's going to be my target on H bar. If you guys like this Elliott Wave analysis and you guys want more content like this, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, and I'll continue to post more of these analyses on different altcoins.